You Are a Badass is an entertaining self-help book written by a lady that once made fun of it all. She happened to try a few things out of necessity, and it worked. Then she dug deeper into the matter until finally she started believing and teaching. Coming from a place of total disgust towards the self-help world, Jen Sincero believes to be in position to ease you into some of the basic concepts that changed her life without making you want to run off screaming in the process. The book is a sweet little mix of Tony Robbins' work, Napoleon Hill's principles, and the law of attraction mindset. It's loaded with humor, which makes you enjoy reading it like a fiction book, and is packed with timeless quotes that you can't resist but put on your fridge. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video if you find it useful. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell in order to stay tuned. The 27 bite-sized chapters, full of hilariously inspiring stories, Jen Sincero tackles some very important concepts in the personal development area. Here is the overview. Beliefs and the subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind contains the blueprint for our lives. It's running the show based on the unfiltered information it gathered when we were kids, otherwise known as our beliefs. The main source of this information was, of course, our parents, assisted by society at large. The trouble is, many of these beliefs have nothing to do with who we actually are or what is actually true. We are, for the most part, completely oblivious to these subconscious beliefs that run our lives. When our cautious minds finally develop and show up for work, no matter how big and smart they grow to be, they're still being controlled by the beliefs we're carrying around in our subconscious minds. Once you realize you have such false beliefs limiting your potential, you might want to free yourself from them. In order to do that, you first need to identify them and then make a list of all the false rewards you're getting from these beliefs. Is it attention or a sense of safety you're getting by hanging on to these beliefs? They are satisfying a need you have, but in a low frequency way. You need to find a better vehicle for the same purpose. Replace the limiting beliefs with new empowering ones, and repeat them with excitement. These are your new affirmations. Affirmations. Drown yourself in affirmations. They work. If you want to turn the ship around, you need to rewire your brain and train it to think differently. This is what affirmations do for you on a subconscious level. Write yours down and repeat them a few times a day. The more emotion you feel around what you're saying, the more power it will have to bring a positive change. Keep in mind that ego would do everything it can to stop you from changing and growing, especially since you're attempting to obliterate the very identity that you and everyone else has come to know as you. So don't be surprised to encounter emotional blocks or even physical ones along the way. Take it as a sign that you are moving in the right direction and stay on course. The law of attraction. The basic idea behind this law is the universe is made up of source energy. All energy vibrates at a certain frequency, which means you're vibrating at a certain frequency, and everything you desire and don't desire is also vibrating at a certain frequency. Vibration attracts like vibration. We're all attracting energy to ourselves all the time, whether we realize it or not. And when we're vibrating at a low frequency, feeling pessimistic, needy, victimized, jealous, shameful, worried, yet expect high-frequency, awesome things and experiences to come into our lives, we are often disappointed. You need to raise your frequency to match the vibration of the one you want to tune into. It's already there. It's like choosing which radio station to listen to. The power of thoughts. Your thoughts and beliefs dictate your reality. So if you want to change your reality, you have to change your beliefs. The moment you have the audacity to start believing in the not yet seen, your reality will begin to shift. You have to change your thinking first, and then the evidence appears. Our big mistake is that we do it the other way around. We demand to see evidence before we believe it to be true. Self-perception. It's just as easy to believe we're awesome as it is to believe we're giant sucking things. It takes the same amount of energy, the same amount of focus. So why do we choose all the drama? You get to choose how to perceive your reality. Become one of your own diehard fans. You are perfect in your own magnificent, fucked up way. You are a badass. And remember, don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the fastest way to take all the fun out of life. What other people think of you. You are responsible for what you say and do. You are not responsible for whether or not people freak out about it. What other people think about you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. The trick is to not only deny the criticism any power over you, but, even more challenging, to not get caught up in the praise. If you find yourself always seeking outside approval that you're good enough, you're screwed. Because if you base your self-worth on what everyone else thinks of you, you hand all your power over to other people and become dependent on a source outside of yourself for validation. The joy of forgiveness. Forgiveness is all about taking care of you, not the person you need to forgive. It's about putting your desire to feel good before your desire to be right. It's about taking responsibility for your own happiness instead of pretending it's in somebody else's hands. Holding on to resentment is like taking poison and waiting for your enemies to die. The longer you stay attached to being vindicated, the longer they hang around in your consciousness, messing up your life. Just let go. The drama of overwhelm. We are so unbelievably blessed to have all the things we have, all the opportunities and ideas and people and tasks and interests and experiences and responsibilities. Choosing to freak out about it all rather than enjoying the living of our lives is like throwing pearls before swine. Such a waste of such a glorious gift. If you're feeling overwhelmed by a giant task, break it down into bite-sized bits. Brains love chunks. If there's just too much to do, get some help, delegate. If you still need a break, take some time off. It's arrogant to think that without you, everything would collapse. Get the rest you need and come back a badass. To fear or not to fear. We've made being in fear a habit. We are taught to play it safe and to not take risks, and to caution everyone around us to follow suit. And it's become such an accepted part of our social conditioning that we don't even realize we're doing it. We give a lot of lip service to the idea that anything is possible and say follow your dreams. But should you actually do something radical, all the flashing lights go off. Fear lives in the future. The feeling of being afraid is real, but the fear itself is all made up because it hasn't even happened yet. Most of the time, we have no guarantee that what we fear is going to even happen, and if it does, that is going to be so scary. All it takes to turn the fear factor around is learning to be comfortable in, instead of terrified of, the unknown. And this is done through faith. Faith and gratitude. Faith is the muscle you use when you decide to blast outside of your comfort zone and transform your life into something that's practically unrecognizable to you in your present reality. Faith smothers your fear of the unknown. Faith allows you to take risks. Faith is the stuff of leap and the net will appear. Gratitude strengthens your faith. When you are constantly in a state of gratitude and aware of everything awesome that has already happened in your life, it makes it much easier for you to believe that there's more awesomeness where that came from. This puts you in the right frequency to receive it. Success and failure. Maybe you have heard this powerful quote by William Murray. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy and the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. The moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. Yet so often, we pretend we've made a decision, when what we have really done is sign up to try until it gets too uncomfortable. It will be uncomfortable and you have to embrace it, even cheer about it. As Winston Churchill so aptly explained, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Keep in mind that the only failure is quitting. Everything else is just gathering information. At the end, there's just one more thing to do. Surrender to what is. Say yes to life and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. Eckhart Tolle. If you enjoyed this video, you are sure to like our summary of Sir Ken Robinson's Finding Your Element. Thank you for watching. Please check our channel for more videos like this. Tell us in the comments, what is your favorite book? Can't get enough of reading? Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/readandgrow1 and also on Twitter at twitter.com/readandgrow1.